India Global.
India Global.
Hello and welcome. Join us as we travel to a country at the confluence of three continents, Asia, Africa and Europe, to Jordan.
The Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, located in West Asia, is almost landlocked, sharing borders with Israel, the West Bank, Syria, Iraq and Saudi Arabia, with a small coastline along the Gulf of Aqaba to the south.
Mostly arid land, the country is at the crossroads of the area referred to as Holy Land by Muslims, Christians and Jews, having many historic and ancient landmarks associated with all three religions.
Jordan's population is mostly Arab and the official language is Arabic, though English is widely spoken and understood.
The historic city of Amman is the capital of the country. That was a clip of folk music from Jordan.
India's relations with Jordan have always been characterized by warmth, cordiality and goodwill based on mutual respect. Regular high-level visits from both sides underline the importance attached to this relationship, says India's ambassador to the Kingdom of Jordan, Anil Trigunayat.
The relations between India and Jordan are historic and, without meaning a cliche, they are excellent, especially in the political, economic and cultural fields. We have had extensive exchanges at the highest level between the two countries. The last visit of His Majesty King Abdullah to India in 2006 was really one of the major achievements that led to further enriching our bilateral ties. Thereafter, we have had several high-level visits that further added to the content in our relationship.
Growing interaction and cooperation in the multilateral arena, particularly under the United Nations framework, has also fostered greater understanding of mutual concerns and priorities, and there is convergence of views on regional issues. Speaking of potential areas of cooperation, Indian Ambassador Anil Trigunayat says,
apart from the trade and economic, given the fact that counter-terrorism strategies are extremely important for both the countries, and therefore I would consider that one additional area for our cooperation that can be further accentuated.
Phosphate deposits are Jordan's primary natural resource and a major source of export income. Jordan is among the top producers of phosphates in the world. Phosphorus is a key element for plant growth. Phosphatic fertilizers derived from phosphate rock are crucial for the agricultural sector and, in turn, for ensuring food security. With its geographical proximity to the large Indian market, this is an important aspect of bilateral trade. Ambassador Trigunayat says,
this year, we have become the fourth largest trade partner. The Indian companies have been investing here, especially in the textile fields, for several years now and have been accessing the North American markets. We also have recently established a joint venture, which is the world-class plant for manufacturing phosphoric acid, with an investment of almost $850 million.
Ambassador Anil Trigunayat tells us more about other aspects of Indo-Jordan bilateral trade ties.
Last year, our bilateral trade exceeded $1.6 billion. However, I still feel that there is greater possibility of both trade and trade-related investment and ventures between our two countries. We have recently had a large number of delegations from the engineering sector, construction industry, and hopefully all these will lead to more joint ventures and bilateral trade. We are talking about cooperation in the shale oil sector, and hopefully both of us will figure extremely well in the food security by way of phosphoric acid and fertilizers and energy security by way of shale oil and gas. We can cooperate very closely in the renewable energy sector, and I think the Indian companies will do well to come in the solar and the wind sector.
With modest natural resources, Jordan has focused on developing its people as human resource. Jordan has high standards of education, advanced communication technology, and one of the best healthcare systems in the region. India is committed to capacity building in Jordan. Speaking of the impact India's efforts in this direction have had on ties between the two countries, Indian Ambassador Anil Trigunayat says,
India has been providing assistance to Jordan by way of high-tech scholarships, the scholarships under the ICCR and several other areas. There are more than 2,500 Jordanians who have studied in India and enjoy the Indian culture, and they are really the harbingers of our culture in this country.
Meshing Middle Eastern traditions with a modern outlook and replete with breathtaking vistas, the tourism sector is an important revenue earner for Jordan's economy.
A liberalized visa regime for Indians has seen over 55,000 Indian tourists visiting Jordan and further enhancing people-to-people contacts.
type of music from the Hindi sci-fi thriller Krish 3, shot in Jordan.
Bollywood stars are a household name in Jordan. Jordanians are keenly interested in Indian culture and relish Indian cuisine. There are about 10,000 Indian nationals living in Jordan, employed in various sectors.
On the close cultural ties, Indian Ambassador Anil Trigunayat says,
We have had cultural exchanges, and in the context of our 65th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries in 2015, we are planning a large number of activities that would be undertaken to promote people-to-people contact as well as cultural exchanges. We already have Jordanians who are currently in very good position, who have studied in India and have imbibed the Indian culture and are propagating it. Therefore, India and Arab relations, India and Jordanian relations have been basically the fulcrum of our foreign policy all through, and it has been further nurtured by the people-to-people contact and bilateral engagement at all possible levels.
Swim sitting bolt upright on the Dead Sea, the lowest point on the face of the earth.
Catch the breathtaking hues of the rose-red city of Petra in the morning sun.
Scuba dive along the reefs of Aqaba.
Do the Holy Land Trail.
Rock climb in Wadi Rum.
Savor mansaf, the national dish of rice, lamb and yogurt. Or dig into zarab.
Yes, literally dig into food cooked underground.
Jordan is a tourist delight.
Time to wrap up our visit, but before we go, here's a question for you.
Can you name the Indo-Jordanian joint venture project commissioned early this May to produce phosphoric acid for exports to India?
Send in your answers to indiajourneys360@gmail.com.
The first 3 listeners sending in the correct answer will get a music CD from the EIR archives and a DVD from the Ministry of External Affairs.
Thank you for the overwhelming response to our question on Sudan.
And congratulations, Sunil V from Bengaluru, Karnataka, Anirban Sen from Delhi, and Ashutosh Kumar from Nevada in Bihar for the right answer.
Sudan Block is the name of the administrative headquarters of the Tri-Services Academy, the National Defence Academy in Karakwasla near Pune in Maharashtra. In 1941, Lord Linlithgow, then Governor-General of India, received a gift of £100,000 from a grateful Sudanese government towards building a war memorial in recognition of the sacrifices of Indian troops in the liberation of Sudan in the East Africa campaign during World War II.
India used these funds to partly cover the cost of construction of the NDA. Sudan Block is named in honor of the sacrifices of those Indian soldiers. Until next time then, goodbye.
And travel safe.